Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Kingdoms. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a great day. We are in the new snapshot, 18W14B, and that means a couple things. First of all, I should probably put my actual texture pack back on so that the world doesn't look terrible. But they have also fixed the drowner bug, so we can turn mob spawning back on. So the drowners will no longer cause crashes and world corruption and all that kind of stuff, at least according to the changelog. So I'm going to take Mojang at their word for that. What I want to do in today's episode is I want to do some more work on the manor or the palace or whatever you want to call it. I would really like to just finish this in today's episode, and I think it's probably pretty doable. We might not be able to do like all of the interior decorating and stuff like that, but there's not really a whole lot to do for structural type stuff. We need to get a staircase into some of these towers and things like that. But honestly, like, we're pretty close. We're pretty close to done. So first things first, I want to get these staircases in place. So let's go grab a couple of resources. I think we'll probably want to use, I'm thinking probably spruce for the staircases. Let's just grab some spruce logs. And I also want a little bit of granite, because my idea here, a little bit of granite. There we go. And is this, nope, you still can't craft. Well, you can, but it doesn't work. Huh, okay, well, that's a little weird. Anyway, let's kind of get working on this. So what I want to do is I want to have kind of a central pillar that goes up, and then there's going to be a staircase that sort of leads down. Pretty straightforward. Let's kind of swing up onto the balcony right here. Oh, and we need to add a tower as well to this side so that you can actually like get up right here. So let's actually do that first. I think we're going to put it like right here. And it'll just be a fairly simple little tower. Nothing fancy at all. Let's just kind of get the thing. There we go. We got to break out these glass panes. Come on. And beautiful. Okay. So then I think this tower will go like right here. And real small, real simple. Just a little like 3x3. Or I mean, ultimately it'll be 5x5, but you guys get the idea. And then this will just kind of come up and intersect, you know, above here. It's just going to go up like so, probably to, let's see. It's probably going to have to come up to about here. If this is one corner, yeah, because it'll go there, here, here, and then ultimately here. So it's going to have to come up probably to about that height, I think. And that should be doable. I think that'll be good. So let's just kind of get rid of this stuff. Get rid of you. We know, oh, I fell down. But that's okay. This is fine. So tell you what, let me get this tower in place. Let me start working on some of the staircases. I'll be back in a minute. All right, guys, I am back. I've been working on this for a while, and I got 2 of the staircases done. I've also got this tower all done. Actually, let's, oh, that's my shovel. Let's actually fly out here and kind of take a look at it. So this tower is basically a copy, the roof anyway, is a copy of this one. And it just kind of goes up nice and simple. Nothing super crazy or anything. But I've got 2 of the staircases done. This one, and they were a little weird. Like right here, it stays on a single slab because it was kind of hard to get it to line up with where the doorway is, where it needs to like come out. So yeah, it was a little funky, but I managed to make it work, and we're good. I do want to swap that one too. I want to swap these out for birch here, like so. So that lines up nicely. And then I also did this tower as well, right here. And it just goes up and comes out here. Now, obviously, some of these rooms, we got to do something with this too, because this is like pretty bad. So we're going to have to deal with that well, probably very soon. But the next one I want to do is this one right here. So let's take all of this and let's swap all this out for birch as well. And this is kind of the main, like, central tower on the build. And I don't know, like, it kind of connects up to a room up there, but I'm not, like, entirely sure. This tower's big enough that we could just have this be, like, multiple floors and essentially have, like, a ladder coming up. And each one would be, you know, at a certain height. And I think that might be the way that we want to go. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we go 1, 2, 3, and we make this a roof or a ceiling. Actually, we probably want to do this with spruce because it's only the first floor that has birch floors. But like, we could go, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. We could go like here. And then this would be like a ceiling, right? We'll just kind of bring that across. Put that right here. And then I don't have any ladders. Let's just make a couple. Oh, I actually already had a crafting table with me. YouTuber blindness strikes again. That's okay. Let's just do that. Make a few ladders. And I think we'll just put the ladder like... Actually, I kind of want to put the ladder like right here. Because then it's... Because I think I'm ultimately going to want to have windows coming out sort of this side, right? Because this goes out, like you can see, right? Whereas this one's kind of more in the build. And we may want to have windows and stuff as we kind of work on this. So then right here, we'd have another level. And we can basically have this end up having like as many levels as we want until we get up to the top. And I don't think that that would necessarily be a bad thing for us to basically just put multiple levels into this tower and, you know, kind of use them for various different, you know, maybe they can be bedrooms, maybe they can be little, like, dens or studies, or, you know, we can use it for literally whatever we want, and that's perfectly fine. For now, I'm just going to bring it up to here, and then we'll worry about some of the other stuff, you know, going up farther and farther up the tower as we go. Because we do want to use this space. Like, we don't want to just seal this off and have all that wasted space in this building. I don't think that would make a whole lot of sense. But I think, well, and actually, I should also mention, we might be able to do kind of the same thing with this one as well. Although this tower is a lot smaller. But I'm thinking we probably want to do kind of the same thing. In that we would have different floors, and there would ultimately just be like a ladder that goes up. I left both of my crafting benches over there, but you guys get the idea, I think. Let's just pillar. So we can put a torch right there. Okay, there we go. We'll finish that bit off in a little bit. What I want to work on, though, before we get too far into this whole thing, is I want to start working on this right here, because this looks pretty bad. This looks actually like horrendously bad. So we're gonna need a couple of resources, a couple different materials and things like that, but we need to clean that up and make it look a lot more cohesive, because right now it's very obvious that it's just kind of a facade, and it doesn't look good at all. So let's go grab some stuff here. First of all, get rid of that. Get rid of these. I don't need the birch anymore. We can throw that in here. Some of this. Oop, oop. Okay, good. So let's grab some... Wow, I'm actually almost out of dark oak. That kind of surprises me. Do we have a shulker box that's just filled with it? No, we don't. Wow, I really am almost out of dark oak. Unless I've got a shulker box here that's filled with it. Okay, so I guess I'm going to have to go to the dark oak forest and kind of do some of that kind of stuff. But that's fine. No big deal. Okay. So let's just kind of do a little something here. Let's just land. I think I do want to go and grab... Oh, and actually, we should probably put a torch right there as well. I want to grab one of these crafting benches. And then let's kind of work our way up here. There we go. And we'll put the crafting table just right in the middle of the room for the moment. Let's kind of think about this now. So we've got a couple of logs there. I'm trying to like think about how I ultimately want this to look. And we'll just do something like that. I think what we want, like, this is all logs. I think really what we want to do is probably something like log, right? This kind of needs to remain a log, so we'll just leave that as is, and we can put something over top of it to kind of cover it up. And then we'll end up going like this, right? And then I suppose we'd bring that down, and that down. Because we need to cover up this bit of the roof, right? We want to cover up this this prismarine here. So let's just kind of figure out like that. There we go. And whatever we do over here, we're going to end up mirroring kind of on this side. Let's see. So there'd be like log. There. These we're going to have to turn into the stripped version like this, which is fine. So we'll do that. There we go. And that seems okay. And then we could probably just bring that across or something. Because then what I'm thinking is like here, right? Like that. And then maybe what we would do is like stairs like this. And then maybe like dark oak slabs underneath the stairs. Do I have any more of those? That's spruce. So it would end up being something kind of like this as you go up higher and higher. And I think ultimately like that could end up looking good. The other alternative, and maybe I like this a little better, is to put dark oak logs like that. And then maybe... Yeah, that might work better. I think I would prefer that. So this would be the log. This would still be a log here. And those bits would kind of stick out. But then we'd have we'd keep the stairs and all this other kind of stuff. I think that might look a little better. Either way, I definitely need to go to the dark oak forest that's nearby and get a whole bunch of dark oak because, like, I don't have any. And I need a bunch of those logs. So I'm just going to dump all this stuff away. I've got a shulker box with me. I've got my trusty axe. I've got some food and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to make a trip to the dark oak forest and chop wood for a while. All right, guys, I'm just here. I'm in the dark oak forest, just chopping down some trees, doing a little bit of work. I got about half a shulker box worth of dark oak. And I want to get more because realistically, with the way we're going through it in this whole kingdom, like we're gonna need it. It's fine. But thankfully, there is this dark oak forest that's like pretty close. I mean, basically our kingdom is just a little bit out of render distance over that way, so it's not super far. And realistically, I don't plan to actually build anything in this dark oak forest, so might as well just level it. And honestly, if I do decide I wanted to build something here, I'd probably end up leveling it anyway, so whatever. But anyway, I want to talk just for a minute or two here about the second channel, because I recently started a new series on the second channel. I started playing Far Cry 5, and I had a couple people ask me if I was going to play it, and, to be frank, like, Far Cry 5, totally not a game that would be appropriate for the main channel, because it's an M-rated game, and it absolutely deserves its M rating. Like, it's not a family-friendly game by any stretch, but I am enjoying it quite a lot. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So I've kind of decided that the second channel has always kind of been where, I've made the second channel basically for the sole purpose of allowing myself to play games on YouTube that wouldn't be family friendly, that aren't appropriate for the main channel. And that was like my whole reason for making the second channel. But for the most part, I haven't really played a whole lot of games over there that weren't family friendly. I mean, I've played The Binding of Isaac over there, which is, I'm still playing The Binding of Isaac over there. I've got like 300 and some episodes of that at this point. And that's a game where, like, you could argue that it's not family friendly because of the theme and stuff, but I mean, it's not a game, like the animation style is not like super graphic. There's not a lot of like profanity or like, it's just kind of a weird game with dark, strange things. But, you could make an argument that game isn't. You could also make an argument that the game is. Like, I could see people, that's really one that's kind of up for debate. But Far Cry 5, absolutely not. Absolutely not a family-friendly game by any stretch. Like, I don't think anyone would dispute that. So this is kind of the first game where I've actually kind of taken that step and decided, I'm going to play a AAA game, which almost never happens. In fact, I don't think I have ever played a AAA game on YouTube. I'm just trying to think back. Yeah, I don't think I've ever played a AAA game on YouTube. So this is the first time I'm doing that. And it's also the first time I'm playing a game that is unequivocally not family friendly. And, that'll appeal to some people and it won't appeal to other people. Obviously, if you're a parent, parental discretion, like, please be a parent and monitor what your kids watch. Like, that should just go without saying. But if that's something that does sound interesting to you, and, assuming you're mature enough or old enough or whatever, and et cetera, like, just be aware that exists, that I have a second channel, and that it's for games that either don't fit on the main channel thematically because they're just, too different from the type of content that the majority of my audience likes. So, like, I've played a lot of roguelikes over there. And then B, I am playing Far Cry 5. I'm loving it. And if you want to see it, it's on the second channel. There's a link to the second channel in the description. So there's your, like, public service announcement. I'm going to keep chopping wood for a little while, and then we'll get back to work on the palace. All right, guys, I am back from the Dark Oak Forest. We got just under a shulker box full of logs. And I think this will allow me to do what I need to do here. So, ooh, this one's going to be a little tight. Yeah, that's fine. This will totally work. It's okay. So let's just kind of bring that up. Oh, I didn't even think about that, though. Tell you what, we're going to change this little bit of it up right here. Come on, come back, you. Because over here, it goes all the way over, but then it runs into this, and yeah, that's going to be a little wacky. So I guess right here, we'll kind of bring it up, but then we'll do the logs and stuff kind of going over. And I think it'll be fine. Yeah. This is okay. All right, so if we do that, and then we go back here, and then we can do something like this. Same thing here. Do. Come on. There we go. I think that works. Like, that's kind of how we have it over on the other side. And then it's just a matter of getting these, like, upper levels filled in, which we should be able to do without too much trouble, I think. There we go. And then we want to convert all of this as well. There. Okay. So that looks pretty good. Let's grab some dark oak stairs. Put one here. Here. I need some more dark oak logs, and we need to get there. Stair. Yeah, that all seems good. And then this one will come right there, right? Yeah. So then it would be like this. And then this one would kind of come over here. And you would go right here. And that would just end up basically going all the way up. So let's just think here. Let's kind of pillar up enough that we can properly, like, deal with this bit. So, oh, looks like I'm actually gonna have to make a trip to the Ender pretty soon as well. I'm glad we're no longer playing in peaceful mode, because I'm sure that if we were, at some point I would run to the Ender and forget that we were in peaceful mode and, you know, ruin the Ender because the Endermite, that's basically the whole reason that particular farm works, would just despawn. That would be horrendous and a nightmare to deal with, because the Endermite's probably the whole, like, the hardest part of building, or at least the most frustrating part of building an Ender. So this seems pretty good. I think we're almost done with this bit, and then we got to figure out what we want to do up here. I'm thinking what we will do is bring something like this, right? And then I need to be able to get up here for a sec. There we go. We'll just hollow those out, and I'm just gonna put a torch here, and actually probably a torch. Yeah, this is gonna need to be torched as well, but I'm just gonna bring this whole thing, like, all the way across. It doesn't need to go super far. We'll just put a couple torches down, and then we can actually fill this part here in from up here pretty easily. That looks good. And I think this is where that's where we dug down. So let's just put that here. That seems correct. It's a little weird looking, like, over here, but that's just because this tower kind of comes in the way. So I think that's good. This certainly looks a lot better than it did. I don't think this can be moved. It can't. Right here, we can kind of cover some of that up with a log or with a plank like so, and we can put something here to kind of cover this up. Maybe honestly, maybe we just put a crafting bench right there, and we just leave it there. Like, this will actually become part of the decoration of the room. The other thing that I think would be really cool is right here, if we had, like, a little balcony, I think that would be really nifty. So let's just kind of throw something together real quick. Just make a few of these. We'll just kind of come out and then fall, because of course we will. Figures. I'll kind of show you what I mean. So here's what I'm thinking. I think we'll bring this out like so. And then, like, right here, we'll just do something like this. And then maybe one more and a couple logs like that. Or, you know what? Even that, I think that's a little too big. Like this, I don't want it to stick out that far. I want it to be real small. So let's maybe go like here. And then maybe we do just leave it like that. Have it kind of coming out, right? And then we put a railing on that. So it would be up there. And then the other thing we could do... up, please. There we go. Grab a couple of dark oak stairs, put one here, just to kind of give a look like it's a little bit more supported. And then do we want... Maybe we'd prefer these as logs. I don't think so. I think I like it better as the slabs. I think it looks a little bit better like this. So we'll do something like that. That'll be fine. And then we'll put some dark oak fences on that, just so it just becomes kind of a feature, right? Just a little detail. So we need this. Let's just make a couple of those, and there we go. Just a few dark oak fences to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course, I need one more. There we go. And 7. So something like that. And what we could do is like... Honestly, we could probably just leave this as is. Everything else here would be fine. Or the alternative would be like that. And then we make a dark oak door that goes right here. And I think that would, maybe that looks a little bit better. Then we'll put like a torch here and a torch here or something like that. But the idea is you can, look out over the balcony and kind of see that feel and how that looks. Let's just get a peek at that from down here and see what we think. I have a feeling I'm going to like it quite a lot, actually. You're in here. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Just this little balcony area kind of up there to sort of, just add a little bit of interest to that wall. And then it also kind of helps promote the idea that this is one building. It's all kind of connected in different ways, rather than, a collection of a whole bunch of separate buildings, which in some ways it kind of feels that way now because we've got all these rooms and they're all like a little bit, some of them are connected, some of them aren't. Like it's kind of, all over the place. Let's grab that as well. There we go. I'll just leave the crafting bench there. But I think that room is good. So now I need to figure out this one as well. And this one's going to be kind of hard too, because like you can see here, here you can see the walls sticking out. But I think we can do something fairly similar if we want. Yeah, I think we could probably kind of do the same thing that we just did. And it would be fine. Just looking. Yeah, I think this would be okay. So let's just think about this for a minute. Let's throw down this chest again. We'll just put this here, put all this junk into said chest. There we go. Grab this, grab these. Give me some logs. So you would come here, right? And then you would be here. This would actually run in right there. What's our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? That I'm not really a huge fan of. So maybe we scoot this over just a tad. The idea then being that this could actually then connect right here. And then we'd have even spacing. I really dislike how this is like kind of messed up, but I don't really see much alternative. Unless, yeah, actually, we can turn this into a wall right here, I think. So like right here, this would just go up like so. And I think that would be fine. It's weird having this off-centered, but it was just kind of necessary because of the way the building ended up. And I think that's okay. And then we can turn all this into the stripped logs, like so. Let's just put a torch here and here for the minute, and then a couple down on the ground. Yeah, let me get this all finished up. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. I think the room is basically done. Again, this will be a little area here that we'll kind of dress up when we do interior and stuff. But we're actually pretty much out of time. This took a little bit more video than I thought it was going to, and that's okay. We'll just keep working on this. Next episode's going to end up being a world tour and download, since I do that every 25 episodes, but we're in no rush to finish this. We have all the time in the world. What I do want to do is jump into today's comment or question of the day. Remember, last episode we talked a little bit about those April Fool's Day videos that I did. And one of the jokes that I made was just hashtag buy my merch, pushing my merch. It's funny because I don't actually have merchandise that you can buy, like a lot of YouTubers do. I do not. So today's comment, oh, hello, hold on. Time out, please die. Okay, we're fine. Whew. I was like, you know what? I'm going back inside where it's safe. So today's comment says, I want real merch. And it's from Kayla Drumghoul. And I've gotten a few comments like this saying people like, the joke was funny, but, you know, it would be cool to have like real Welsknight merchandise. And that's something that I've never done on YouTube. Not because I'm sure that like nobody would be interested in it or anything like that, but just because I haven't really had the time. And I just like haven't really looked into it much and thought about it too much. So I don't know. Is that something that people would actually be interested in? Like, I don't want to have it if people wouldn't want it. But at the same time, like if people want to have merch available, I don't know. Is that something that you guys are interested in? I'm genuinely curious. And if so, like, what would you be interested in? Right now, there's no merch at all. There are no t-shirts. There are no coffee mugs. There are no plushies. There are nothing like that. What would you guys actually want? Because, like, I'd always kind of envisioned it as, like, if I ever did merchandise, it would be, you know, maybe like a Welsknight t-shirt, and it would have, like, my little chibi knight avatar guy on it. I've never really been one for, like, shirts that would have, like, the name, you know, Welsknight Gaming, http://Welsknight, youtube.com, you know, the stuff like that that's basically like an advertisement. I've never really been into merch like that, but I could totally see like a tasteful t-shirt that just has the little knight avatar guy on it and something like that. Like, I could see that being a thing. I don't know. Or like a coffee mug. I could, many of you know, if you've been around here for a while, you've probably heard me talk about how pivotal coffee is to the continuing success of this channel. This channel is like fueled by coffee. So I could see like a Welsknight coffee mug or something. I don't know. What would you guys be interested in? And well, two questions. First of all, do you even have any interest in merch? Is that something that you would want to see? And second of all, if so, what kind of merch would you like to see? Consider this a poll, an unofficial one. Leave me answers in the comments because I'm curious and I've never really thought about it too much. But that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.